everyone, it's Mary Beth from MBGray Designs. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here with me today. Today I've got two projects for you. These are two new molds I got from Michelle from Glitz and Glitter. And this is a really beautiful plate. It's a leaf plate mold. And what I'm thinking is using these four greens, just different, sorry, I'm mixing resins, so you might hear that, but four different greens you can see right here. So the tones are different. So we've got, we've got Moss Green by CT, Moss Green, and we've got Spring Green by Let's Resin, Sage Green by Let's Resin, and then Blackish Green by CT. So what I thought we would do is marble these four and get kind of a springy leaf tray for the springtime, which I love about this plate. I called it a tray, but it's a plate, is then in the fall, you could do fall colors. You can do so many things with this. You could do alcohol inks, would be gorgeous. But that's what we're gonna do today with that. I'm gonna set this aside for a moment, bring this one front and center. And then I got this cross mold from her that I wanna do. And we're just gonna do this in the Eye Candy Tiffy Blue pigment paste, and then we're gonna decorate it up after the pour. So that's what we're doing with the cross, but this is such a beautiful pigment paste. So those are our colors. Oh, I don't know what's getting on my mold. Uh-oh. I don't know if it's my mat or what. I got a new mat, and I feel like it's rubbing off on my gloves or something. That's not good. That is not good at all. Do silicone mats do that? I mean, it's brand new. Let's hope that's not the case, but that's what I'm thinking is happening. That's so weird. I mean, it doesn't come off on my paper towel. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, all right, I'm going to continue to mix up my resin. And what I'm going to do is take my mica powder. Let me get some sticks ready for these four green colors that we're using today. And then we have one for the pigment paste also. So I'm just gonna do 3 ounces of each color. I'm thinking 12 ounces for the plate. I could be totally wrong. And then 3 to 4 ounces for the cross is what we'll do. The remaining will be with the pigment paste. And all I do is I'm gonna take, this is not open, of course, so let me open it real quick. Where is my handy dandy? I moved things around. Don't you hate that when you move things around? I can't find my handy dandy little opener. I'll be right back. Okay, I just used my little X-Acto knife to open it, but I have one of those little things that you get with mica powder sometimes. I don't know what they're called, but they're really handy to open up your micas. Anyway, we're gonna put some in our cup. That's, we'll just do a smidgen more here. That should be enough. And we're gonna do all the colors, but all I'm gonna do is take some alcohol and just put a very little bit in to dilute the mica powder. So that should be enough. I need to get one of those little squeeze bottles just to control it better, because I tend to put too much alcohol in, which is fine, it evaporates, but it's a waste. I don't want to waste it. Anyway, so I've diluted the mica powder, so when I pour the 3 ounces in, it'll be easy to mix in. Look how pretty that green is. That's the blackish green. That's pretty. We'll do the moss green. I'll do that one with you. Moss green is next. That should be enough. Set this one aside so I don't get confused. Put a little alcohol in here. Plenty. I think these greens are going to look really pretty together. Let me just stir that around and get that dissolved. Oh, that is gorgeous. Look at that. Hopefully you can see that color. Okay. And then we've got the Let's Resin Spring Green. I don't know if oh, it does fit. Okay, perfect. Oh, I just splattered mica powder all over. Not smart. Dissolve that. That's a fun, bright color green. Again, I think these colors are gonna look really good together. And then finally, we've got the Sage Green by Let's Resin. This has some shimmer in it. Ooh, this is gonna be a pretty color. All right, let me mix that one up real quick. Maybe just a smidge more. There we go. That should be enough. Ooh, this is pretty, 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 pretty. It has a green shimmer, kind of a taupey color with green. I don't know how to describe it, and you'll see it better probably in the resin, but hopefully you can kind of see what it looks like. Okay, and let me clean my mess up here because I just spilled mica powder everywhere. My new mat. I don't know if this was the right color choice or not. We'll see. Hopefully it looks good on camera. I guess I'll be able to tell in editing. All right, still mixing up my resin. So I'll get these poured and then I'll mix the Tiffy Blue in my resin. And then I gotta run this all through the bubble remover and then we will be back to pour. I thought I would bring you back on to show you how we do the paste. So let me open this up. I think I've only used this once or twice. Let me get this lid thing off of there. I always get it all over my hands. I make a mess every time I use paste. I don't know. Is it just me? You know what else would look pretty? I just got those Let's Resin pastes. They come in little bottles, and there's that cyan color. That'd be pretty too. This kind of reminds me of it. It's pretty similar, but this one's called Tiffy. What's it called? Tiffy Blue. So make sure to stir it really good because it kind of settles, you know. Stir, 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 and then probably what's on your stick will be enough. I've got 4 ounces in here. We're gonna go ahead and stir that in our resin. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And you really wanna make sure that you stir all the pigment paste in. You wanna get it off your stick. I just have heard people stress, make sure to get it all stirred in really, really good. Get it off your stick and stirred in. And I think Michelle from Glitz and Glitter says, and then when you think you've stirred enough, stir some more, you know? So I'm gonna wipe my stick off really good here. I'm gonna get all that pigment paste off of there. And then I'm gonna go back in, stir, stir, stir some more. Really, 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 really good. Just want to make sure it's all mixed in. Look how pretty that is. That's gorgeous. And then I think what I'm going to do is take a paper towel and actually clean off this. Oh my God, like I said, I've got this all over my gloves. I'm going to clean off the side of my cup as well where there's unmixed pigment paste. There we go. There we go. That's better. Probably should put the cap back on here. Get this out of the way. I think I may change my gloves because there's so much pigment paste on here. But anyways, that's how we do that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and throw everything in the bubble remover and then we'll be back. Okay, a couple of our greens are out of the bubble remover. Aren't they beautiful? I won't remember which one's which probably, but here is our Tiffany blue. It's looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the stick out, clean that off real quick, and we're gonna pour that. I've got the other two greens in the bubble remover, and it's okay that they're gonna, you know, it's gonna be some minutes because I want them to get warmer and a little bit thicker because I think then it'll help with the marbling. So I'm really hoping I'm in a good position here. Let me turn this way. I'm really hoping you can see good. Okay, so let's go ahead. This should be an easy pour. But I'm excited to decorate this. But let's look at how beautiful this Tiffy blue color is. Oh, that is gorgeous. I have a feeling we're probably going to have a lot left over because I've got 4 ounces here. It probably only takes a couple. I should have planned what we can do with. I'm going to go around those edges with a dotting tool. Yeah, so far we've used 2 ounces, so it'll probably take another ½ ounce or so. That's okay. I do have some bubbles. Interesting. Oh, and something just flew in to my resin. I don't know what that is. Huh. But we got it, so that's good. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take my dotting tool and I'm just gonna go around these edges. Because that's where little bubbles like to hang out, you know? There's one that came out. Go around it a couple times. All right. Looks good. Okay. Now let's I'm gonna move my big mold. This mold is big. I gotta move it out of the way for a moment because I'm gonna be sliding this over, but let me pour a little bit more in here. Okay. That took 3 ounces, so I guess I didn't do too bad making 4, but I am gonna slide it over. And I'm actually gonna clean, I have a little bit on some of the edges here, so I'm just gonna kind of clean that real quick. Sorry you can't see that. It'll just take me a moment. And I actually think I'm gonna top it up a little bit more. And then I gotta find something to use this Tiffy blue. Okay, there we go. That is perfect. Perfect. You know what? I don't know if I have enough, but let's do this cute little bear. Make a little Tiffy blue bear. Kind of get down in those ears. Oopsie. I'm gonna squish his ears real quick. This is a cute little bear. I might not have enough. I don't think I'm gonna have enough. I'm gonna scrape and see. I think this takes 1.5 ounces, and I think I have about 1 ounce left, so Let me scrape it. Where's my scraper? Here it is. See where we're at. We may have to top it up with a little bit of one of the greens if we have any green left over. I don't know how much that plate takes, you know. Okay. Yeah, I think it takes 1.5 ounces, so it probably needs another 1/2 ounce. That's okay. We'll just set him aside. We can always top him up later. Cute little bear. Let me just clean this off real quick. There we go. Probably need to spray the little bubbles off. There we go. I'm just gonna set him over out of the way. All right, so we need to wait for the bubble remover, and I'll get our plate ready, and then we'll be back to do that pour. All right, we are ready to pour the leaf plate. So let me spray this. I want to make sure I get the alcohol all the way around this lip. Set that aside. There we go. Okay. Oh, I'm excited. So I think this is the sage green and this is the blackish green. I think this is the spring green and this might be the moss green, I think, but I could be wrong. So we're just going to marble between them. Oh, that's gorgeous color. What do you think about that? Pretty, pretty. Let's do this color this way. Trying to, I kind of did that one a little heavy. I want to make sure I get some of each of the colors touching the silicone, you know? I got to get this one in there. There we go. There we go. So that they all show up. Oh, these colors are gorgeous. What do you think of the color choice? Like I said, I think this is going to be a really fun mold to do in the fall. It'd be pretty with like reds and oranges and yellows and all the fall, beautiful fall colors. Just thinking that's a very deep lip, you know, and I don't know if I need to go around that at all with a dotting tool. I may have to. Let me clean my hand really quick. And well, maybe I'll just grab this silicone tool because it goes way back there. Just make sure. I'm not seeing any bubbles. But boy, I would be sad if there were a bunch of bubbles, you know? I really didn't want to mix up the resin too much. Okay, where was I? I have no idea. We'll just pour. So I think 12 ounces, I think I guessed pretty good on this one. Awesome. Typically with handmade molds, you don't do not want to dome them just because they're hand cut, you know. So so it's okay that we're not doming it. We're getting kind of close though. So we're probably good. Yeah, I'd say we're good. Yeah, we're definitely good. Okay. So not much left, just scrapings, which I'll probably put in my snail. See my cute snail? Although I think what I will do is take one of these greens and fill up my bear. So maybe this bright green. Hopefully there's enough of the brighter green. That might look good with it's probably going to mix in with the blue. I don't know if you can see me way over here. I do apologize, but I'm kind of out of room with this big plate. This is just going to mix in with the blue more than likely because the blue isn't cured or anything. But that's okay. We're filling the bear up. Get him full. Oh yeah, he's full now. Okay. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and fill up my my snail, or put the drippings in my drip mold here, the snail, and then we will be back for demold. Okay, we are ready to demold. Let's start with our little bear. He's cute. I don't know what he's going to look like with the blue and green. Might be pretty. Oh, come on. Boy, this is really stuck. Give me a second. Here we go. Just have to break this seal first. There we go. Get my mold back. He's got a few little micro bubbles. Not too bad, actually. Just a few right there. He's cute, right? He's got a little green bottom, barely. But that blue, that tiffy blue is so pretty. Oh, we'll decorate him up. All right, let's look at our cross. I can tell I've got some overpour here, so I'm definitely going to have to trim, but that's not a big deal. Oh, please, no bubbles, no bubbles, no bubbles. Yeah, see, I'm going to have to trim right there. No big deal. There's a couple little micro bubbles. Not too bad. And we're going to decorate this beautiful cross up. I love this tiffy blue. That's really pretty. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so there's that one. And now for our plate. Probably should have gloves on. Hopefully I can get this out without really touching the mold, you know? Because you don't want to touch the inside of your handmade mold. Okay, good. I'm able to do that. All right, are we ready? Oh, wow, that is pretty. Look at those different colors. I hope it's coming through on the camera, but definitely I can see different colors. That is gorgeous. And I'm not really seeing bubbles, I don't think. Maybe feel around the edges here. I think it's pretty good. Look at that. That's pretty. All right, well, let me finish these up and then we'll be back for the final reveal. Okay, we are back for the final reveal. So our cute little bear, I just painted his heart in the chrome marker. Gave him a little face and put some rhinestones around his or her ears, whatever. It's a cute little bear. Of course, I sanded and used Resin Restore on everything. Here's our cross, our beautiful tiffy blue cross. I think it turned out really pretty. I like it a lot. Something on there. Yeah, I love that color. It's so pretty. You could use your Cricut and put something on here as well. That'd be pretty. And then here's our leaf plate. I think those green colors turned out beautiful together. I just accented the plate with some champagne colored rhinestones. And yeah, and again, of course, I did sand and use my Resin Restore on the bottom. But I think it looks really good. It's a beautiful decorative plate. So yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed these projects. Thank you for your time today. I appreciate you spending time with me. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. And if you're not subscribed, I would love for you to join my YouTube family. So remember to, my email is in the description box in case you're interested in any of my demos or would like to place a custom order, as well as I have a bunch of coupon codes for you to save some money. So thank you again, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day. All right, bye-bye.
What a wasted time. Should have been here on the outside, read the signs. Used to call you mine, gave it my best, but I don't need one.